What's up, guys? It's Blue X, your mate over here, and we're back again with another banger, guys. As you can see today, guys, we're going to do price action. You're going to go around and do price action, the most important lesson for forex traders around. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, this is my setup. I'll show you later on. Right now, I want to get straight to the point. I want to show you the important and the most important strategy in the world, guys. Price action. If you are a trader, it is very impartial for you to know price action so that you can make better informed and succinct and perspicacious decision in your trading lifestyle, right? So let's get to it, guys. So guys, price action, right? Price action, how to truly understand the market, how to truly understand the market, right? So as you can see over here, our content or our index is number one is what is price action, because it's very important to know what it is. And then number two, impulse moves, right? And then number three is corrective moves or corrections or breather of the market. And then number four is the importance of impulse and correctional moves, right? So as you can see over here, let's jump to the next slide. So number one, what is price action? Price action is the basic movement of price over a certain period of time, right? It's a basic movement of price over a certain period of time. So our factors there is price movement and time, right? We have two factors, price movement and time. That's what price action is. So it gives us entry points as well as exit points in the market. So that's very important. Price action gives us entry and exit points in the market, because you can see there's reversal patterns, all those patterns. We're going to cover it in the following next lesson, right? So price doesn't move in a straight line. We know that price doesn't move in a straight line, guys. Price never moves in a straight line. It has this impulse correction, all that's a series of movement in the market, right? These series of movements help traders to maximize profits over an extensive period of time, right? Over an extensive period of time. So you saw what is price action? Price movement over a certain period of time, right? It helps traders to maximize profits. If you are wise to see what price action is, what the price is doing, you can maximize your profit over an extensive period of time. And price action, we know that price doesn't move in a straight line, right? It has a series of impulses and corrections, right? And it gives us entry and exit points. That's very important. I recommend that you write down those notes. Thank you. Let's go to the next slide. As you can see, price movements. We have two price movements over here. We have up movement. We have an up movement over here. Price is moving to the upside. Thus, we will be entering buys mostly, right? You see what is happening over here. But the price action of this price over here is to the upside. So for you to be most profitable is when you enter only buys, right? So we have side movements over here. As you can see, we have this side movement over here. Price is moving sideways. Thus we can enter both buys and sellers, right? We can enter buyers and sellers when price is moving to the side, right? So price is moving toward the downside over here, as you can see, moving toward the downside. So price is moving toward the downside, thus we enter sells. You get it? That's the basic information about price action over there. So let's jump to the next slide. So over here we can see impulse moves, right? These are large movements over a short period of time. Large movement over a short period of time. Large movement over a short period of time. Impulse move. That's what impulse moves are. It's large, very large movements over a short period of time. So these movements help traders to maximize profit easier and faster, right? Due to their high volatility, traders get the opportunity to get their targets faster. You get, because it's especially in when you trade sessions, right? There's certain pairs that you trade in certain sessions, right? In Asian session, you trade JPY. That's what I do personally. In the London session, I trade JBP, JPY, and then in the New York session, I trade Nasdaq and gold, right? So that's where I experience impulse moves, right? So they exist in a trendy market. Impulse moves always exist in a trendy market. right? A trending market is when we have higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? That's the trending market. So let's jump to the next slide, guys. You can see. So impulse move in an uptrend. Impulse move in an uptrend. Let's hear what I said over here. In an uptrend, the impulse is to the upside, right? This is due to in an uptrend market we buy more than we sell, right? This method can be used to find direction during high volatility news. So did you hear that, guys? So in an uptrend the impulse move is to the upside, because in an uptrend we buy more than we sell, right? So people in an uptrend, we have many buyers in an uptrend, so the market will have enough volatility to buy faster, right, rather than sell. So our sellers in an uptrend is a correctional move. That's very important. This is due to the market when in a uptrend these buyers are said that. So this helps traders to determine the direction during high volatile news, right? So in a high volatile news, you find that maybe if you are in an uptrend and then high volatile news come around, right? And we have a correctional move over there. So you put your buy stop or or buy stop in an uptrend over there, and then when the news strike same time, we have a very impulsive move, as you can see over here. This was due to the news because we're in an overall upside, overall uptrend over here. As you can see, correction, impulse, right? So that's an impulse to the correct. That's an impulse in an uptrend. It's to the upside. So not a better. A valid trend has at least 3 or more touches. The trend validity depends on its gradient. The steeper, the less it lasts, the gentler, the more it lasts. So you have to be perspicacious about the gradient of the trend, because mostly gentle gradiented trends they last longer than steep trends. You know what I'm saying? We'll check it after. We'll check it on TradingView. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But so that's very important, guys. If you'll see the validity of the trend, and if you want to enter, you check the steepness of the trend, right? And how many touches has the market touched that trend. 3 or more touches, the market is valid. And the other point is that if it is gentle, right, the gentler the trend, the more it lasts. I'm saying. So that's very important information. You will see the more you get experience. So let's jump to the next slide. So impulse moves in a downtrend, right? Impulse move in a downtrend. In a downtrend, the impulse move is to the downside. This is due to, in a downtrend, we sell more than we buy. Thus, we make profits faster when we trade with the trend, right? So, in an impulse move in a downtrend, right, is sellers. I've explained this why the impulse move is to the downside in a downtrend, because many people are trading sellers, right? So we have enough volatility to sell more than we buy, if you get it. So you make profits faster when you always trend with the trend. That's a very important thing that you'll see. And guys, I'm not saying that you know that the trend is your friend, but it's not always like that. You have to see when the trend is ending, right? You have to see when the trend is ending. You always have to be perspicacious when you trade the markets. Always use proper risk management. So the other thing I wanted to outline here is, in a sideways trend, the impulse move can be either on the upside nor the downside. What's up, guys? We're back again. So as we are on the impulse move in a downtrend, right? So in a sideways trend, the impulse move can be either on the upside nor the downside. That's very important, guys. Let's jump to the next slide. As you can see over here, we are on corrective moves. Corrective moves, guys. Impulse move, correction. corrective move is when the market is breathing. So let's see what I wrote here. So these are pullbacks of the market. Pullbacks of the market. They are non-precise price movements that usually span a short period of time. Very important. Their structures can be used both at continuation nor reversal patterns. Right? Their structures can be used as both correction nor reversal patterns. So let's jump to the next side over here. We know that corrective move pullbacks, their structures, they're very important for price action traders because they determine the next direction in the following market structures. Right? So let's jump to the next slide over there. Corrective moves in an uptrend. So corrective move in an uptrend. In an uptrend, corrections are to the downside mostly. Right? These structures usually help the markets to have more defined trend or path. Right? They help the markets to have higher lows and higher highs. Right? Because higher highs is formed after an impulse move, right? And then the higher low is formed after a correction. So they help the market to have a more defined path, right? So traders will buy after the breakout of the trend, right? In an uptrend, traders will buy after the breakout of the trend, right? Yes, sir. So correctional moves usually reverse at the key key support or resistant areas or zones. So that's why it is very important for traders to have multiple confluences before entering a trade to better the probability of the trade. It is very important for traders to have multiple confluences, meaning that more candlestick patterns, support and resistance, reversal patterns, continuation patterns, all the price structure. It is important for a trader to possess. Right? Let's jump to the next slide over there. Corrective moves in a downtrend. In a downtrend, the correction is to the upside. This is due to that after a break of a support, the market has to now retest the newly formed resistance. Can I repeat that? In a downtrend, the correction is to the upside, mostly. This is due to that after a break of a support, right? The support is the floor, right? The market has to now retest the newly formed resistance. So this is the support over here. We break, right? Now we have to correct. So we form a retestinal correction. We retest over there, then we push again to the downside. So that's what is happening over here. So since many traders are selling, the market will somewhat struggle to push to the opposite direction, thus forming a gentle correctional uptrend. That's very important, guys. You have to be perspicacious about this. So this is due to after a break of a support, right, which is the floor. We break the floor. Now it's becoming a ceiling, right? We have to retest. We have to retest this floor that you broke. Now a ceiling. So due to having many sellers, right, the market will struggle to buy. You get it? Will struggle to buy. Thus, we will form a gentle correctional uptrend or reversal trend, right? Let's get to the next bullet point over there. In other pairs, corrections can be sideways nor bearish, dependent on the price action of the traded pair, right? So sometimes the correction can be to the downside, such as Nasdaq. I'll show you the correction can be to the downside and an impulse still to the downside. You know what I'm saying? It's just dependent on the traded pair. But the forex pairs, most of the time in a downtrend, the correction is to the upside or it is sideways. So yes, let's jump to the next slide over here. So guys, now we jump to the importance of impulse and correction. This is very important, guys. You have to be perspicacious about this one. You have to listen very intensively. So most traders confuse impulse and correctional movements of the markets. Why? Most traders after an impulse usually exit the markets hoping it will reverse. So that's why it's important to know the trend. let's get to another bullet point, only to find out that the market was just having a slight correctional retest. Damn. Traders will keep holding on that onto that trade, hoping it will reverse, thus ending up blowing their accounts. Right? So this happens to most traders, guys. This happens to most traders. It happened to me for an extensive period of time, and now I just hope, and I'm passing this knowledge to you so that it doesn't happen to you. You don't enjoy the pain that I've enjoyed. You feel me? You don't go through the things that I've gone through, like the sleepless nights, all those, you losing things, you losing hope from my family and friends. And I'm saying, so it was very painful for me to go to get this information, but I'm giving to you. I'm giving back to the community so that the universe can also reward me. Because I don't want you to go through what I've gone through. Like, it was very hard, guys. So be perspicacious, no price action. The reason why I started with this lesson is because it's a very important lesson. Many traders usually fail, right? Usually fail to understand this, right? So let's repeat this, guys. Let's repeat this. Most traders, after an impulse, they think that the market will reverse. No, it won't reverse. The market is just taking a breather. After you run, you want to, you want to breathe, right? After that run, the long run that you took, you want to breathe, you want to take a breather, right? So traders enter, they go to profits for a short period of time, and then bam, the market impulses again. Then traders hold on to this trade. They keep adjusting their stop loss, hoping that the market will reverse, only to find out that the market was just correcting where they entered the opposite direction. So let's jump to trading, you guys. What's up, guys? We're back again. Check this out, KJPY. So now the market, as you can see, impulse correction, impulse, then reversal, then correction, big ass correction over here. Bam. So now we're having 3 touches. 1, 2, 3. Jump in the 15-minute time frame for entries. Let's see what the market is doing. Waiting for another impulse to the upside, right? You can see the market 1, 2, 3 touches over here, and big bullish engulfing candle. Buy. So you can see what the market is going to do. As you can see, and we hit TP as well as TP close. In an option, remember that now we wait. Let's wait for another correction over here. Another correction. Right. That's our price. It break. As you can see, it broke. Buy again. Bam. Retest. Oh, that's a big retest. It's another buy here. Check this out. Buy again. It's a correction. Bam. Impulse. See? Close profits. Wait for another correction. Remember, this is an option. Only trade sellers. Only trade buys, right? Check this out. Check this out. So now we retest it over there. Buy. Still going to retest again. Bam, impulse we close. See, now we have 1000 GPY up. So let's wait for another correction. So check pulse. So this is a correction. This is actually a reversal correction. But we don't trade reversal of this trend because I think it's a very strong trend. We'll see after a break it will sell. But I don't advise people to actually trade this because we're in an uptrend. So bam, now it's selling. And you can see over here it didn't enter. But look at this, we're buying. And then bam. Impulse. Okay, still to the downside. Okay, losses. Let's wait, let's pause. Close the losses. Always cut your losses, guys. So now we're down 2. Just wait. Break of this trend, now break, buy. that's how you trade with KJPY. It's mostly advisable to trade KJPY during Asian session. So now we're going to jump straight to GBP JPY. What's up, guys? GBP JPY over here. GBP JPY. So guys, let's check GBP JPY out. As you can see, I have some slight 3 touches over here. Slight up, 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. I just click the status over here. So guys, let's go on to trade this pair, right? So I said it's most advisable to trade during London session. Let me check, but when I put this line here, you can see London session starting at 7 GMT. As for South Africans, it's GMT plus 2, so it starts at 9:30. London session ends at 3:30 GMT, so around here it's 5:30 GMT plus 2 South African time. So let's get to it, guys. Let's kill the market. So yeah, we'll see impulse correction. So only enter price is an uptrend. See, great. Okay, they don't intro. It's cool. Sometimes that happens. So let's check out this. And another correction. See, great. High. Push. Bam! As you can see, okay. And the profits are reaching our first line here. Reaching our first line, you can see. Nice big retest. This is actually nice. Okay. Again. Push. Now keep holding. Correction again. Let's see. It's really off. Test, all of the test, bam, break, pass, bam, pass. You can see, another test, and pass. Nice. Now you have this one. It's a little wise. Woo! It's not even London session yet. See, even before London session, see how crazy it is. Like, look at this impulse here. Sometimes you see the connection can be upside. You can see the structure over here. Connection can be sometimes to outside. See, bam, impulse, bam, connection. Then with the connection, or the break retest, bam, push again to the outside. Now waiting for the correction. So here we have nice structure over here. Why? Oh. So important to be patient. Okay. See. So we got go get. The whole one is to stroke when you already enter into your patience formal. Some emotions we'll talk about next video. Running session already started. Waiting for a big bullish candle. Big bullish candle. It's going through. Oh, keep this proof. Already in profit. Yeah. Let's pause this. Why did it close? So yeah, it's telling you close me out. I don't understand why. But you see how the market responds when we have a trend. So impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. See, like bam, bam, correct, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. And then started to be crazy before landing session. Look at this. Big fat correction. Then bam, big fat impulse. Look at this impulse. Okay, let me close back now. Let's go back to 5 minutes chart. Want to see it nice. Want to see it nice. Bam. Ooh, it's crazy. We won't even correct, or at least the correction. Just stand back now. It's London session. Price is going crazy over us. Like GPI is going crazy. Check this out. You see, GP has a lot of tricks. It's about to sell. It's about to sell. People sold here. Sold. Bam. Then the bot's crazy. And now we have this resistance structure here. Look at the break of this structure. Look at it. Break. People are expecting selling, but the market is buying impulsive. See? It's like one close. You can see. So you can make a lot of money. Actually trading. So yeah, let's jump to. You sure. So now it's time to end the video, guys. So you had a nice one, traded. It's enough, guys. Now it's time to go revise. Keep repeating the video continuously until you understand what I was talking about. If you have a question, leave your comment below. I'll answer it as soon as I get time. So this is my setup, guys. I promise to show you. This one is off. Let's light it. As you can see, guys. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.